10 nights on the Celebrity Beyond Ultimate Caribbean Cruise. What did we think of the ship, the ports of call, food, and service? I'll break it down for you because there's so much to talk about regarding this ship. Today on Seymour Seas. This was a 10-night cruise sailing round trip from Fort Lauderdale. We visited 5 Caribbean ports, mostly southern, and 4 of these ports would be brand new to us. We had 2 sea days before those ports and then 2 sea days after getting back to Fort Lauderdale. The Beyond is part of Celebrity's Edge class and was built in 2022. It is the 3rd in the series of Edge class ships. It holds just over 3,200 guests and sails pretty much year-round from Fort Lauderdale and then soon to be also Miami. Hello everyone and welcome. If you are new here, I am Doug and this is Seymour Seas, your cruise tips and planning channel where I hope to help you and your family pick, plan, and enjoy your next cruise vacation. And remember, when you are looking to plan or book your next cruise, remember to email me here at the email address shown on the screen, or you can find my contact information in the video description below. If you are a cruise enthusiast, I do ask you to consider subscribing to the channel for additional cruise content just like this. For this 10-night cruise review, I will be using Doug's Ship Score. For those of you that are new here, the Doug's Ship Score is simply a 5-star rating in 5 different categories. It is all averaged at the end for a final ship score. So with that, let's start with S for ship design. As one of the newer Edge class ships, this ship is gorgeous. It is extremely well designed and it is very, very easy to navigate. An example of this is the elevators. The elevators are very fast and efficient, and if you are going up, the light around the elevator will turn green, and if you're going down, it will turn red. This notifies you as to which elevator you will be using. The Ground Plaza is the central atrium of the ship, and it covers decks 3, 4, and 5. They will have multiple different venues surrounding the atrium, which will be venues such as Cafe El Baccio, Prime Cut Steakhouse, Raw on 5, Le Voyage, the Social Club, which is a sports bar, and also World Class Bar, which all look down on the main venue of the Grand Plaza, which is the Martini Bar. And it is very popular on the Solstice class ships and has been taken to a new level on Edge class. There is a dance floor as well as entertainment area there. And then above the Martini Bar, you will find a spectacular chandelier that lights up and illuminates all 3 decks. On the upper decks, you're going to have a very large midship pool deck with plenty of seating around, as well as one of the largest pools of any cruise ship currently sailing. This is a really fun area. On sea days, it's very crowded, but there is plenty of seating on 2 different decks. This is also where you're going to find the magic carpet. This is the very large orange platform that hangs over the side of Edge class ships. It is used for a bar mostly during the day off of the pool deck, and then in the evenings a couple times during the cruise it will go up to the top deck where it will have a dinner called Dinner on the Edge. It also can be lowered down to deck 5 as an extension of Raw on 5, the seafood restaurant, and then down to deck 2 for a destination gateway where this is where you will board your tender boats. The very large jogging track that goes around the pool is also very inventive for Edge class ships, where it actually traverses 2 different decks. So on one deck, you're going to have an incline going up towards the front of the ship. This traverses almost the entire ship and will take you to the aft of the ship where you're going to find the rooftop garden. The rooftop garden replaces the lawn club on Solstice class ships, and it is an absolutely unique venue with real trees, a very large video screen for movies under the stars, and then on the newer Edge class ships such as the Beyond and the Ascent, you're going to find a pickleball court. Yes, pickleball is played all day long, both in port as well as on sea days. You're also going to find 2 plunge pools on the Beyond. This is a very unique pool as well, and you'll be able to see this on the starboard side. They're not too big. A lot of times they're crowded, but I did enjoy taking a quick plunge in one of the pools on one of the sea days. Just behind the rooftop garden, you're going to find the Sunset Bar. The Sunset Bar is multi-level on the Beyond, and it has been completely redesigned from its predecessor Edge-class ships. This is a beautiful area at the back of the ship. There is a smoking area that is very well separated from the bar area. As with all celebrity ships, you're also going to have a beautiful indoor pool called the Solarium. This is adults only. This is where the Spa Cafe is located, and the spa and the fitness center are just down the corridor. This is a very relaxing area and is very, very popular on sea days. As we move more forward on the ship, on the upper decks, this is where you're going to find the suites only area called the Retreat. There is now a 2-story Retreat sun deck, and it also is connected to a Retreat lounge, as well as it will have access to the suites only dining room, Lumine. The Retreat sun deck has plenty of seating, lots of little alcoves, a bar, and you can order lunch and food items from Lumine at the bar area. It has waiter and waitress service throughout the afternoon, and this is only accessed by those that are keyed into a suite. We actually stayed in a entry-level sky suite, so we had full access to the Retreat. Please look for that Retreat review coming soon. Another really great design feature of the Celebrity Beyond is that it has 4 separate complimentary main dining rooms. Each of these dining rooms are themed in a different way, such as Tuscan is an Italian-themed restaurant. Cyprus is the Greek-inspired restaurant from Celebrity's Greek past. And then Normandy is centered around a French cuisine. And then Cosmopolitan is your classic American fare from the classic days of cruising. Each of these 4 complimentary dining restaurants will have the exact same menu for that particular day, so they're serving all of the same dishes. However, each will also have a few items and entrees that are specific to that particular theme, such as Tuscan might have an Italian dish, and Cyprus might have a few appetizers and entrees that are Greek-inspired. The last couple areas that I'm going to talk about, the first is Eden. Eden is a very interesting area of the ship. It's located at the very aft, where you have multi-deck views of the aft of the ship through an amazing wall of glass. There is a very unique bar there. It has a large dance floor where you'll see live entertainment during the day and in the evenings. It has a complimentary Eden Cafe that is open for lunch and breakfast, and it also has a specialty dining venue at the very bottom back of the ship called the Eden Restaurant. This is a very restful place to spend the afternoon looking out over the wake of the ship. It has 2 outside areas, one as an outside seating from the Eden Cafe, and then it has another seating area on the other side, which is actually one of the designated smoking areas. Eden is a spectacular venue and one that is specific to the Edge-class ships. The next venue is the Club. The Club is a multi-deck entertainment venue where you're going to have lots of different activities during the day. This is where I found karaoke most nights, and there's also live performances from the production staff as well as the aerialists that are being held in the Club. It has a very large bar area and is normally open in the late afternoons and throughout the evening. The Celebrity Beyond is a great ship, extremely well designed, and a ship that I absolutely loved. This is why it has won many of the Best of awards for 2024, including the Cruise Hive Best Overall Ship. And with that, I'm going to give my score for ship design 5 stars. Let's move on now to H for hotel. This is the cabin as well as the entertainment on board. As I shared with you earlier, we were in an entry-level Sky Suite, an S1 category, and the Sky Suites on the Beyond as well as Edge class ships are fantastic. Ours was no exception. This is a very large entry-level suite. It does provide you all of the perks that come with the retreat, and the bed faces a large wall of sliding glass doors. It is a real balcony. The balcony staterooms on board are mostly all the infinite veranda staterooms where you have the window that lowers to create a balcony environment in the interior of your stateroom. This is to make it feel like when the window is closed that you have a lot more livable space in the standard balcony staterooms. Our Sky Suite had plenty of closet space, and it does have drawers within the closet as well as at the dresser near the desk area of the stateroom. The closet also does have a safe that is just large enough for a tablet or a small laptop, as well as all of your personal belongings. The bathroom is quite large, and in an S1 category, it has a very large sink that faces out over the bed. The mirror is very unique with respect to it can open to give you a full view window of your stateroom looking out onto your balcony. The shower tub combination is a large shower. I don't believe the tub is really big enough to actually bathe in there, but it is sizable, great water pressure, and then the water closet also has a separate private door. Another feature of all of the staterooms on the Celebrity Beyond is that they are a smart ship with regards to being able on your app to actually change your lighting, your temperature controls, control the television, as well as control your blinds on your balcony or for your infinite veranda balcony. Just outside of the bathroom, this is where you're going to have your control panel, so you can do all of those items I just mentioned, except for the television, you can do from this control panel. Now let's move on to entertainment. The entertainment and activities on board the Celebrity Beyond were great. There's so many things to do all during the day. It is jam-packed, full of different activities to choose from. The main theater on board is exceptional. It's very well designed. It is a multi-level venue, and there are reserved retreat seatings nightly on the upper levels. One thing I love about all Celebrity ships is that it is live music everywhere, all over the ship. In the main theater, it is a celebrity orchestra that even learns new music each week when they have guest performers coming in. The guest performers on board this particular sailing were all excellent. I enjoyed every single show. The production shows were elaborate, and with the high-tech LED screens that encircle this new theater design, it actually makes the shows even better. The activities in the club as well as throughout the ship were plentiful, as I said, and they were all very unique. A lot of new things that I saw on this particular sailing. If you have the pleasure of sailing with Captain Kirk, who takes over when Captain Kate is on her leave, Captain Kirk I've had on other celebrity ships, and his rock show is something not to be missed. He is a very, very talented vocalist as well as a rock guitar player. He joins the Celebrity Orchestra for an absolutely fantastic show that should never be missed. So for this sailing on the Celebrity Beyond, I'm going to give H for hotel due to the high level of live music throughout the ship in all of the bars, lounges, as well as the theater, and an excellent stateroom. I'm going to give H for hotel 4.5 stars. Let's move on now to I for itinerary. The reason that we actually took this particular cruise was because of the strong itinerary. It had 2 days at sea, went to 5 Southern Caribbean islands, and then 2 days at sea to return to Fort Lauderdale. The first island was the one that we had been to before. The other 4 were going to be new. This was our first stop, and that was St. Martin. St. Martin is always a favorite stop on Eastern Caribbean cruises, and we've been there many, many times. This is the first time, though, that we actually finally gave in and did the excursion to go to the airport, to the beach, and watch the planes come in. This was a lot of fun. It did get a little old after a while due to the fact that we did take a bus there and they dropped us off for 3 hours. We thought about taking a cab back to the ship, but we held out and had a really nice afternoon. This is really something that you actually should do at least once, going to St. Martin. It was a lot of fun. The next port up is St. Lucia. This is the first time that we had been to this particular island, and it did not disappoint. Absolutely beautiful island. We decided to do an excursion there that was a tram through the rainforest. We didn't really know what to expect with this. It was a small group excursion, so it wasn't that many people, but we did about a 30-minute bus ride, and then when we got to the rainforest, they actually split us into groups. Then we got on our own tram with, 2, 4, 6 people in each group plus a guide, and you went up about 30 minutes into the rainforest, and then you actually turned around and came back down. When you're coming back down, the views of the island are spectacular. This was something that was absolutely fantastic for us to experience. I myself have a little bit trouble with heights, but I took one for the team, and I'm really glad that we did this excursion, something that I would highly recommend when visiting St. Lucia. Our next Southern Caribbean island was on day 6, Grenada. Grenada was a great full day visit, and we decided to do adventure river tubing here. This is when they take you up into the mountain and then drop you off at a facility that had these really large inner tubes where you had handles on each side and went down a fairly active river, sometimes with rapids, bumping off of rocks, and the entire team were there in sections to assist you so that you didn't fall off, and if you did, they helped you back in your inner tube. This was a lot of fun, and it was a lot longer than I thought it would be. It was over, I would say, an hour and a half to almost 2 hours that we went down this river. It was a lot of fun. Make sure that you do bring your bug spray with you, and if you can handle it, a handheld camera that is waterproof. The next port on day 7, we found ourselves with a full day in Barbados. So Barbados is one of those locations that I've always wanted to go, so we decided to do an excursion called the Best of Barbados. It was a bus tour where our tour guide had us stop at 3 different locations. The first was a signal station that was up in the higher elevations of the island that overlooked the ocean and the bay. So when the island was being settled, if there was any neighboring islands or countries that were trying to invade, they could signal the rest of the island to be prepared for the invasion, and it worked very, very successfully for many decades. The next stop on that tour, we stopped at beautiful gardens, which our tour guide gave us a very lengthy tour of all of the grounds, and we learned a lot about some of the plants and flowers that are native to the Barbados island. Our final stop took us to one of the oldest churches on the island, and here we learned a lot about the history of the religions on the island, as well as got to see this beautiful old church, as well as the graveyard behind it, the cemetery that had the most amazing looks to the western side of the island. It was absolutely spectacular and something that we really enjoyed. Day 8 brought us to Antigua. This was a beautiful island that we really enjoyed, and we saved one of our most favorite types of excursions for last. We did a canopy zipline tour, and we always love ziplining in the Caribbean, especially on these islands with higher elevations, and we had a really wonderful time. It did take us about, I would say, 40 minutes to get there, which was a little bit rough being on some of those old roads in a minivan, but we made it. We had a wonderful time. We had a good group of people, met some new friends, and then had a leisurely drive back along the coast where we were able to see a lot of the amazing beaches and resorts that are found there. So after 5 full days in 5 back-to-back Southern Caribbean islands, we had 2 full sea days getting back to Fort Lauderdale. This is a great way to finish your cruise, having 1 or 2 sea days where you can really take some time, relax, and enjoy the ship. So with 4 out of 5 ports being brand new for us, we're going to give I for itinerary 4.5 stars. So what's going on a cruise without all of the great food options? So for P, 4 plates, let's talk about the different food options on board. Let's start with the buffet. The buffet on the Celebrity Beyond was excellent. I love how it is made up in a station format. The quality of food was very high. The presentation is excellent. They changed it up every day with a lot of new selections, seemed to have a theme. One day they had an absolutely huge seafood station with crab legs as well as shrimp, and the lines can get a little long, but they do move very quickly. There's a lot of stations there to have them prepare things specifically for you to taste. They'll make you paninis for breakfast. There's an Eggs Benedict station. There is omelet station. There are a lot of pre-made things, but like I said before, they are very high quality and everything look to be very fresh. The seating in the buffet can get a little crowded, but if you go towards the back of the buffet, there's normally a lot of open seating near the pizza area, near the outside seating of the buffet. This outside seating, though, is quite limited, and you seem to have more outside seating on Solstice class ships than you do on the Edge class. The main dining room selections in the evening and sometimes for breakfast was outstanding. We were in Lumine, which is the suites dining room, which does have a little bit of a higher level menu as well as service. John does always let them know about a food sensitivity he has to processed seed oils, and they took this very seriously and prepared all of his meals by selecting them the night before perfectly and to his specifications. We also did one specialty dining restaurant twice, and that was the Prime Cut Steakhouse. This was done absolutely fantastic. It was so enjoyable. Both times we split the ribeye tomahawk. It was perfection. Some of the other venues on board, such as the Mass Grill, which is the burgers by the pool, they were very good, made right there fresh in front of you. And then you have Cafe El Baccio. If you do have the drink package, I would recommend going to get your coffee there. The Cafe Americano is much better than you'll find in the buffet. You were able to fill up your water bottles throughout the ship, both at the spa cafe, around the pool area, as well as in the buffet. With respect to the 4 main complimentary dining rooms, I did talk to several guests throughout the entire cruise that had dinner and many times breakfast in the main dining rooms, and they all had very high marks for the food quality as well as the selection. So the main dining room also had excellent cuisine. So for P4 plates, I am going to give the Celebrity Beyond food 4.5 stars. Let's finish up with S4 service. Service on Celebrity is normally very consistent and it is excellent. This sailing was no different, and the service on board was very, very good. Our cabin attendant was superb, made sure everything was made up when we were not in the room, refilled things on a daily basis. Our butler was very, very good at taking care of a few minor issues that we had. I did get one new key card from guest services, and they were quick and efficient. The bartenders, the wait staff in the dining rooms, in the buffet, they were all fantastic, did a superb job. And then even the internet itself, even with 2 bad weather days in the very beginning, the satellite internet from Starlink worked very, very well. It was very consistent. We had the premium and we had no problems with downloads or uploads. So thank you so much, Celebrity, for providing excellent service yet again. So for service, I'm going to give the Celebrity Beyond 5 stars. So let's add up those scores to give you a total ship score for our 10-night sailing on the Celebrity Beyond. For ship design, I gave it 5 stars. For the cabin entertainment, itinerary, as well as food, 4.5 stars each. And then that signature Celebrity service always gets a high mark, and this time it is 5 stars. This gives the Celebrity Beyond a total ship score of 4.7. That is the highest score that I've ever given any ship. I highly recommend the Celebrity Beyond for your next cruise vacation. So is the Celebrity Beyond the best ship at sea? Well, it's right there at the top, in my opinion. So thank you, everyone, for watching. And if you are interested in additional cruise content just like this, please consider subscribing. And when you're ready to book your next cruise, please email me here at the email address shown on the screen, and I'd be happy to assist. Thanks again for watching, and you might want to watch one of these celebrity videos next. Thanks, everybody. As always, I'll see you again soon.